Welcome to Flow. Let's get started. Today we'll start off in a cross-legged position. Bring your hands to rest on your knees or your thighs. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. Start to bring your awareness to your focus and your breath. The physical movement of your breath as it expands into your ribs and your belly with every inhale. And every exhale, feel your butt bones root down even just a little deeper into the mat. Start off with some easy twists. Reach both arms up overhead nice and tall, and then rotate over towards the right side. Try to keep your left butt bone plugged down into the mat, and more than anything, think of the link that you can create with your spine. Every inhale you lengthen, every exhale you twist a little deeper. Bring yourself back to center. Bring your hands so they come behind your shoulders, and then just kind of flop your shins around. Lift your feet up off the ground and just take a moment to kind of move your lower legs, your hips around. And now cross your opposite leg on top. So whichever shin you didn't have on top, reach your arms up and now twist over to the left side. And find that same breath. So with every inhale, think of finding more length through your spine. And every exhale, allow yourself to twist even a little deeper. Use your eyeballs to go over to the left even a little bit further. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. Once again, bring your hands behind you, lift your feet up, and take just a moment to let your feet kind of flop around. Your knees can move, your hips can move, your lower back can move. And then bring your feet down and come to a tabletop position. From this tabletop position, walk your hands slightly further out in front of you. Keep your left hand down to the ground and stretch your right arm up, a nice big open twist. Now bring your right arm so it wraps underneath your rib cage and find a little bit of a twist here. So rotate down to the mat and then come back up. Push into your left hand, reach your right arm up, and then hug your ribs with your right arm as you twist. We're gonna do this just a few more times. Actively push into your left hand. Feel that nice open twist, and then feel that beautiful rotation you can find here. Good, just a few more times. And then last one, we're gonna hold in a thread the needle position. So stay in your twist, extend your left fingertips forward, and then maybe try to bring your left fingertips a little further over towards the right corner of your mat. And just breathe into this space here, this nice open twist into your chest. Bring your left hand next to your nose, push into your hand, re-extend your right arm up to the ceiling, and start to draw some easy circles through your right arm. We'll take about 3 in one direction, 3 in the other direction. You can let your eyeballs trace your fingers as you go up, back, and around. And then switch to the other way. Continue to actively push down into your left hand and maybe feel a little more openness into the right side of your chest. Now place your right hand a little further in front of you on the ground, reach your left arm up, and then bring your left hand underneath your right rib and find this twist. And then take that again, push down into your right hand, reach the left arm up, and then left hand under rib cage, rotate. Take this about 2 or 3 more times, just kind of setting up this rotational movement that you can find through your spine and your back. And then on your last one, hold the needle thread, left ear down, right fingertips forward, and then maybe you can bring your right fingertips a little more over towards the left diagonal of your mat. That's just gonna give you a little more opening into your chest and perhaps a little more stretch into your left shoulder and left side neck. Take a few more big breaths here. Still breathe into the belly even though you may feel a little constricted there. Bring your right hand next to your nose, push into your hand, re-extend your left arm up towards the ceiling, and then start these big arm circles, left arm going backwards. Actively push into the right hand to support the rest of your body. And think of your left wrist as like a big pendulum. You're doing these nice open swings. They should feel pretty free, pretty loose. About 3 in one direction, and go ahead and switch the opposite way. Bring your left hand down to the mat, flip your toes under, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a few moments in this first downward facing dog to find some movement. You can pedal through your feet or maybe find a little bit of loosening movement into your head, your neck, your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, press your palms into the mat. And now this downward facing dog, we're gonna shorten it just a little bit. So walk your feet just a little bit closer towards your hands. So it's gonna feel just a little shorter than typical. And we're gonna come into a twist from this position. So take your right hand across to your left ankle and then try to peek underneath your left armpit. Stay there for a moment. You may feel a nice stretch into your outer left thigh. And then bring your right hand back and switch. So your left hand will come to your right ankle and then think that you're trying to peek underneath your right armpit. And then bring your left hand back. We're gonna take that a few more times each side. Right hand comes to left ankle, peek underneath your armpit. And then bring your right hand down, left hand comes across, nice twist into the torso here. Bring your left hand down and take one more time each side. Stay for just a beat in that stretch. Bring yourself back to center and then switch. Left hand comes across. Try to bring a little more twist. Bring your left hand down and reach your right leg up. Push into your hands. And now step your right foot so it comes between your hands. Come into a 90-90 lunge. So this is a little bit shorter than maybe we're accustomed to. Take your left hand far out to the side. Reach your right arm up and over your right ear. And as you do this, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Actively push your right hip way over to the right while you're stretching way over to the left. It's a big counter stretch and you may feel something nice into the outer right glute in addition to your left neck. Now bring your right hand down, rotate your left shin and extend your right leg. You're coming into a little gated position. Lift the left arm up and then bring your left hand underneath your right armpit. So we're doing another variation of a thread the needle. Now you can stay right here. You can take your right arm up towards the ceiling and then maybe you thread it behind your lower back, and that's just an option. And this version of thread the needle, you may feel a little more stretch or opening into your inner right thigh, inner groin. Just breathe into that space, that stretch that you're creating. Nice big breaths in and full big breaths out. We're gonna come out of this. So place your right hand down, reach your left arm up, nice open twist again. Bring your left hand down to the mat and rotate yourself back to a lunge position. Hop your back foot in just a little bit and straighten both of your legs, a pyramid pose. Now, if you need to have a deep bend into your front right knee, feel free to find that for yourself. And now reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. So we're doing a lot of this kind of cleansing twisting today. Think of rotating the right shoulder back as you energize your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now bring your right hand down to the mat, rotate your toes over to the left side of your mat, bend into your left knee and reach your left arm up. And we're gonna move between these two postures. So you're gonna rotate into your revolved triangle, right hand down, bend into your left knee, left arm up. And take this a few more times. So we're getting some nice rotation onto each side and then also feeling some good stretch into the legs, into the inner thigh and groin and hamstring on the right side. And then also probably a little bit of hamstring and hip onto the back left leg. Hold this final reverse triangle. Bring your right hand down and tuck your right knee underneath your left. A little variation of a Gomukhasana. Reach your left arm up and bring it across for a nice twist. Try to plant your butt bones into the mat and sit up nice and tall. So every inhale, allow your spine to grow a little longer, just as we found at the beginning. And then every exhale, think that you could deepen your twist over to the right. And now slowly bring yourself out of this, reverse yourself back, bring your hands down and meet in a forward fold. Left foot meets right foot. Now from here, a little traction. Walk your finger pads out in front of you, bend your knees slightly and try to pull your hips away from your finger pads. And just feel that traction that you can create all along your spine here by actively pulling the hips back and really placing a teensy bit of weight into the pads of your fingers. Release there, roll yourself up to stand. Reach your arms up and find a little bit of a back bend. Open through your arms, open through your chest. Drop your chin to your chest, roll yourself down, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. We take everything on the second side. Lift your left leg up and then step your left foot so it comes between your hands and lower your right knee down to the mat. So once again, we're coming into this 90-90 lunge. The stance is a little shorter. Bring your right arm out to the side, reach your left arm up and over your left ear, and then try to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. I like to make a fist in my left hand and then really think of energizing your fist over to the right diagonal as you push your outer left hip over to the left. Take a few more big breaths here. We've got kind of a funky transition coming up. Bring your left hand down, swivel your back right shin and extend your left leg. So it's a gate pose. Now keep your left hand down, reach your right arm up, and now thread your right arm underneath your left armpit. Bring your right ear to the mat. You could stay here. You could extend your right arm up, or you could wrap your right arm around your lower back. Try to push into your bottom right shoulder blade to twist yourself even a little further. Take nice big belly breaths here. Try not to constrict in your belly as you're twisting. And now release your top arm, push down, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then bring yourself back to a lunge position just for a moment. Flip your back toes and step your back foot in just a little bit. So we're coming into this pyramid pose. Plant your right hand down, reach your left arm up. Roll your heart space open towards the ceiling. And now we move. Left hand is down. Spin your toes over to the right side of your mat. Bend into your right knee. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm up. And we move between the two postures. So bring yourself back to face the front of your mat. Right hand down, left arm up, nice open twist. Lower your left hand, rotate yourself, rotate your toes, bend into your right knee and reach your right arm up. And switch, bring yourself back to the front, reach your left arm up, nice open twist. And release back into your wide second position, bend your right knee, reach your right arm up. And then last one here, move yourself back to the front of your space, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. And then release, bring your hand down, rotate yourself into your wide second position, bend the right knee, reach the right arm up. And then move back to the front of your space just for a moment, lengthen through the crown of your head. Here's where we transition to a seat. So you can bring your hands down to the ground and then tuck your right knee behind your left knee, so your left leg will be on top. We take a twist, reach your right arm up, bring the right arm across your left knee, try to hug that leg into your body. Inhale to lengthen by pushing down into your butt bones, lengthening up through the back of the neck and the spine. Exhale to find a little bit of a deeper twist. Use your eyeballs to help you out here. Continue your gaze way over to the left. Nice big breath in. Nice full big breath out. And one more time. And then release. Bring yourself back around, hands to the mat, forward fold. Find this traction again. Bend through your knees, walk your hands out in front of you, come to the pads of your fingers. Pull your hips away from your finger pads, soften through your knees. Breathe here. Allow a little more weight back into your heels. And now bend your knees a lot, bring yourself all the way down to the ground. Come all the way down to your back. Take your time getting there. Pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice tight squeeze, grab hold of fingers or wrists or forearms. And we take an easy twist. Let your knees fall over to the right side. Tee or cactus your arms out and bring your gaze over to the left if that feels accessible through your neck. Breathe into your belly. Every exhale, allow yourself to twist a little bit further. Use the exhale as an assist. And then bring your knees through center and switch. So your knees will fall over to the left. Bring your gaze over to the right if that feels comfortable in your neck. And breathe here. Nice big belly breaths. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. Pull your knees back into your chest. Maybe bring your forehead up to touch your knees, make yourself into a tiny little ball. And then extend your legs long and heavy in front of you. Bring your arms by your side. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. And we close off our session here, just a moment of reflection, a moment of diagnostics for the body, for the mind, for the breath, and just notice where you are. Thank you for joining us. And that's your flow.